Welcome to TV2 Sports Talk on DMG Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable. Our focus this week on New Philadelphia Quaker Volleyball. The Quakers in first place in the East Central Ohio League as they head into the final 2 weeks of the regular season and ranked in the top 15 in the state in Division II. Happy to be joined by head coach Carla Pry. And Coach, before we talk about this year's success on the court, Volley for the Cure is something the ladies are doing this week along with the Dover volleyball team. Tell us a little bit about that.
You know, we usually do a Volley for the Cure game. It's something that volleyball does as a general overall, and it's for breast cancer awareness. And we usually do the rival game, and it brings in a big crowd, big draw, and all the money goes to Volley for the Cure, which goes directly into breast cancer research. That's why I'm wearing my pink shirt here today. I know it'll be over by the time this will show, but it's something that's very near and dear to our hearts.
Coach, tell us a little bit about your team this year. Maybe outsiders looking in, surprised at your success. You graduated a ton of experience and talent from last year's squad, but the ladies you have this year have really turned the corner. They are 8-1 in the conference and 16-1 overall. I know you're happy. Were you surprised?
I keep telling everyone I didn't know what to expect coming into the season because of what we lost. So I really was not, I didn't know what to expect. It could have been great and it could have been not so good. But the girls have been awesome since day one. They are it's one of my most tight-knit groups. They get along. They enjoy being around each other. They just love being together. And it's been a real fun group since the beginning of summer, and we have had a blast. And I think their team chemistry is one of the reasons why we have had the success that we have had so far this season.
New Philadelphia volleyball coach Carla Pry, our guest on TV2 Sports Talk on Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable. Coach, obviously when you guys have an impressive record like you do, you guys are doing a lot of things well, but if you had to put one or two things at the top of the list in terms of your strength so far this year, what would those be?
You know, we're a very balanced team. There's no one individual standout that's just dominating all the stats. We have a lot of girls with a good number of kills. Our defense and our serve receive has been pretty rock solid. And when you can play good defense and you can pass the ball well, everything else gets a lot easier on the volleyball courts.
Coach, while we talk about you guys graduating a lot of talent from a year ago, you certainly had two young ladies coming back that had pretty significant varsity playing time, and Maddie Willis, your libero, and Summer Price, who plays all around. Tell us a little bit about their contributions this year.
You know, again, they both are playing all the way around. They don't come off the floor. Maddie comes off for half a rotation when somebody else has to serve for her. Summer never comes off the floor. They are the solidness of our defense and our serve receive. They're 2 out of the 3 girls that are constantly playing defense and passing for us and serve receive. So they have been awesome. They've been awesome leaders. Summer's our vocal leader out on the floor. You always know where Summer is, and it's great. And Maddie has really stepped up and taken an important role on the defensive end and helping everybody else on the defense. And that's what she's supposed to be doing, is directing everybody else on the floor on defense. And she's done a great job for us this year doing that.
New Philadelphia Quaker Volleyball, our focus this week on TV2 Sports Talk. The Quakers headed into the final 2 weeks of the regular season with 4 more league matches and 1 non-conference matchup as well over that span of 2 weeks. Coach, one of the things that you guys have faced challenges in over the last 2 years, back-to-back league champions, that's outstanding. You haven't had the tournament runs that you've wanted to have. I guess, what do you guys have to do better at tournament time this year to change that around?
I think it's focus. We kind of lose focus. You're getting to the end of the season and they're happy with their league championship and everything's great, and then they kind of lose focus on what is really important. And league championships are really important, but I think these girls have really focused in more on, hey, we need to make a long tournament run because we have the ability and we have the talent, and I really think that they are focusing in on that more than it is as far as league championships. And I'm hoping that's going to result in a long tournament run for us.
Coach, a little bit earlier on you talked about the team chemistry. We hear coaches talk a lot about that. How much do you buy into that? It sounds like you do, but sometimes it seems like the talent can overcome if you don't have good team chemistry. What's your overall coaching focus on something like that?
You know, and it does. Talent helps a lot, but if they don't get along, it's hard to mass that out on the volleyball court or any court. It doesn't matter, field or anything. If they don't like each other, they don't get along, you can have great talent, and there's definitely some animosity. So I buy into the team chemistry concept. We are really big. If anybody knows me, we do a lot of things together. I do a book reading. We buy into the chemistry, and that's what I really focus on, or try to.
Coach, one final question, and you can talk to coaches who've had to face this challenge over the years, and they'll tell you, yeah, it is sort of a challenge. I have had extended conversations with Dan Ift about when he coached his son, who plays a freshman at Dover. You're coaching your daughter, who's playing varsity as a freshman and playing well in Josie. Tell us about the challenges of that as a coach and as a mom.
You know, as a coach, I've really tried to tell my assistants to kind of handle her a little bit more, because she's going to hear it from me when she gets home. She doesn't want to hear it from me here and at home. And so I'm really trying to let my assistants kind of take a bigger role for her here on the court. But it's fun. And you know what? I've really enjoyed it so far. I was really nervous about it, I'm not going to lie, coming into the season, but so far so good. Fingers are crossed, and it's been a pleasure.
Coach, thanks for your time. Great start to the season. Hopefully you guys finish strong and make a nice tournament run. Thanks again.
Thank you very much for having us on.
Coming up as TV2 Sports Talk rolls on, we'll talk with the 5 seniors helping make this Quaker volleyball team go in 2016. That's when the show continues on DMG Channel 2.
Taking the area by storm, Lightning Signs and Decals specializes in custom signs, banners, and t-shirts. Also available are full business packages. Their signs feature large format graphics, channel lettering, and light boxes and custom laser cut form letters. Visit online at lightningsign.com or visit the storefront located at 224 7th Street in New Philadelphia.
Lightning Signs and Decals. We're taking the area by storm. Contact us 330-440-3129.
You can now see your baby up close and personal at God's Creation in 4D. Utilizing the newest Mindray DC equipment, we offer the finest in 2D and 4D prenatal ultrasounds and HD Live. Hear the heartbeat and save it forever with the Heartbeat Teddy Bears. Gender determination is available at 16 weeks. With many packages available, get more information by visiting our website at godscreationin4d.com or call for an appointment at 330-987-1965.
TV2 Sports Talk rolling on DMG Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable, talking Quaker volleyball this week at New Philadelphia High School. The Quakers ranked in the top 15 in the state and leading the East Central Ohio League Scarlet Division as this show gets underway. 5 seniors certainly helping to make that happen. One of them is Summer Price. And Summer, you're a 4-year starter. When you think back to when you were starting as a 9th grader, what do you think the biggest areas of improvement you are that you've seen in your game from a 9th grader to now your senior year?
Definitely my hitting has improved the most. I remember always struggling as a little freshman, and since I am one of the shorter front row players, it definitely has improved this year.
Tell us a little bit about the younger players on the team. You have some juniors now that are contributing that maybe didn't play at the varsity level. You have a freshman starting this year. I guess when the younger players say, hey, Summer, you've been around here for 4 years, you've dealt with Coach Pry for 4 years, do they ask you for advice? What kind of things do you share?
Well, when they're struggling, they always go to a senior, and they always ask, can you just watch me, see what I'm doing? We definitely just give them little tips here and there, if their hitting is not on one day, or if something's we always just encourage them, and it helps a lot. Yes.
New Philadelphia's Summer Price, one of 5 Quaker seniors on this year's New Philadelphia team in PHS at 16-1 as they head into the final 2 weeks of the regular season. Summer, let's go off the court with you. We mentioned that you're one of 5 seniors. What are your plans for when you graduate? Going to college, working? Where is all that going to head for?
I want to go to college for nursing. I want to eventually be a nurse practitioner, but I'm going to get my RN first, probably at Kent Stark, and then go from there.
Now, your mom is a nurse. Does she say, Summer, that's a great idea? Summer, you're crazy, running the other direction. What kind of advice does mom give you?
She thinks it's a great idea. She says that I'm great with working with people, so she thinks it'd be a great job for me.
Tell us a little bit about athletics here at New Philadelphia. You played volleyball, you played softball. Does playing one sport help in the other sport? Do you like one sport better than the other?
I love both sports, but volleyball is definitely my favorite, a little by far. And I think volleyball helps with softball, just like I'm in conditioned and they just go off of each other.
Talking New Philadelphia Quaker volleyball this week with Summer Price, one of 5 seniors on this year's New Philadelphia team. We'll talk with the other 4 Quaker seniors as the show rolls on. Summer, we were talking with Coach Pry about the fact that this team has had a great stretch during your time here, won back-to-back league championships, hoping for number 3 in a row. One thing that the team has not accomplished is success in the tournament. What do you think this volleyball team is going to have to do to be able to make a run in the Division II postseason?
I think this year we have a lot on the team, and I think in previous years at the end we just get a little tired and maybe just run down. I think this year we just have to stay positive and stay up and stay together as a team, stay connected, and it will definitely pull out a win for us.
Every now and then you'll see certainly a young set of Quakers come here, and I'm talking about girls that may be in the Biddy program and stuff like that. Do you ever get a chance to work with them? What do you tend to hear from the younger players when they think, hey, sometime on a Tuesday or a Thursday night, I want to be playing for the varsity? Do you ever get a chance to lend those younger kids advice?
Yeah, we do Biddy camps, and it's really cool because they really look up to you, and just even whenever you see them just around town or something, they know who you are, and they're always wanting to say hi to you, and they really look up to you. And so that's really something really cool to look forward to, because that will be them one day.
New Philadelphia Quaker volleyball. Summer, thanks for your time. Best of luck to you and the team the remainder of the year.
Thank you.
Coming up as TV2 Sports Talk continues, we'll talk with some of the other seniors powering this New Philadelphia attack in 2016 here on Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable.
Just wanting to be a police officer, I knew this was a great start, and it turned out to be a fantastic one.
Just be able to actually see what you're doing, what you're working on, and understand how you can take one thing and turn it into something else.
We got to creatively use skills and academics and see how we can place them into our fields.
It was pretty much I had the key to open the door, and that was from Buckeye.
At the Tuscarawas County Board of Developmental Disabilities, we are proud to partner alongside individuals with developmental disabilities to pursue a meaningful and integrated community-based life. It is our objective to collaborate with community partners to enhance the quality of life for our friends, neighbors, and coworkers with developmental disabilities. Funding, staff, and other resources from Tusk BDD are distributed from this agency to assist family members, guardians, private provider agencies, schools, and others to partner alongside individuals with developmental disabilities here in Tuscarawas County. I invite you to learn more about Tusk BDD and all the ways in which we are partnering within the community.
TV2 Sports Talk. You can watch it twice every week on DMG Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable. Talking New Philadelphia Quaker volleyball this week with New Philadelphia first place in the East Central Ohio League Scarlet Division and ranked in the top 15 in the state in Division 2. Joined by 2 of the other Quaker seniors, Ellie Gerber and Emily Tetzloff. And Ellie, certainly your role has been elevated on the team this year. You were a varsity player a year ago. This year you're starting at center. What have been the biggest challenges in going from a role where you came off the bench a year ago to starting and playing a very key role this year?
Well, I just have always loved setting probably more than any position on the court, and I just like running the offense and like setting my best friend Emily and Maddie, my best friend, passes to me. And the girls have just been really supportive, and they've just adjusted to my sets because every setter is different. And yeah.
Earlier in the season, you had to miss a match. What was that like sitting on the bench when you're normally playing such a key role and you had to be out? How difficult was that for you?
It was terrible. I hated not being out there because I was sick or whatever. And yeah, it was really hard to just watch my team and not be out there playing and hustling, and yeah.
Certainly challenges all around at times like that. Ellie Gerber and Emily Tetzloff, our guests, as we talk Quaker volleyball this week on Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable. Emily, some people know this, some people don't know this. Your dad, Rod, who has coached different sports at New Philadelphia, he was an NCAA Division I athlete, having played basketball for the University of Akron. Does Dad try to coach you a lot when you're off the floor? Does he not do that? What kind of a support system is Dad?
He doesn't really coach me that much, but he definitely wants me to try my hardest and just do what I can.
Tell us a little bit about you when you graduate. We're talking to all the senior players as a part of this show. What are your plans for graduation? I know right now it's volleyball season, probably not thinking ahead too much to the spring, but it'll be here before you know it. What will you do after you graduate from NPHS?
I plan to go to college and pursue a career in early education.
And has anybody influenced you? I know that your dad's a teacher, your stepmom's a teacher. Who influenced you in that direction? Anybody in particular?
They did, and also my sister, because she's going to school, or she's going for school too. So.
Emily Tetzloff, along with Ellie Gerber, our guest on TV2 Sports Talk. We are focused in on Quaker volleyball this week here on Channel 2. Ellie, tell us a little bit about what you think the strengths of the team are this year. Obviously, when you're winning matches like you guys are, 16-1 overall, you guys are doing a lot of things well. Anything in particular you see as a senior?
Well, we're all really spread out pretty well with our skill level. No one's really above anyone else. And we all have just clashed, or I guess not clashed, but mixed really well together. And we're just best friends, so that helps a lot. We just pick each other up when we're down or messing up. Not everyone has a great game, but we cover each other if one isn't having a bad game, and we just work really well together.
Emily, one of the things Coach Pride talked about earlier on was team togetherness, and you guys do a lot of things together. Back in the summer, you guys went to Myrtle Beach. Now, is it hard to focus on volleyball when you're at Myrtle Beach? Are you looking at the beach? How did that whole trip go for you guys earlier in the summer?
The beach was fun. We had camp 5 days that we were there. When we were there, we got into volleyball, but then we also, when we were at the beach, we had fun.
So a little bit of work and a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Emily, your role on the front line, tell us a little bit about that, maybe the changes, I guess is what I'm looking for, from going where you were as a key player at JV. You got some varsity playing time, certainly last year, but as somebody who's playing full-time at the varsity level, what are the biggest differences from the high school game at the JV level to what you see at the varsity level?
The varsity level is a lot faster than JV level, and yeah.
Certainly, you see that no matter really what the sport is, whether it's volleyball, whether it's basketball, or things along those lines. Quaker volleyball, our focus this week on Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable. Emily Tetzloff on my left and Ellie Gerber on my right. Ellie, as you guys head down the home stretch of the regular season, you have a match remaining with Dover, 3 other league matches and a non-league match. Where do you guys want to get better as the regular season comes to a close?
Well, we definitely want to make a long tournament run, so pretty much we just don't want to get wore out and we have to keep pushing through practices. It gets a little bit tiring when you have them every single day, but you just have to keep the goal in mind of having a long tournament run. And you have to take matches like Dover to practice and run plays so you can do that in tournaments.
2 of the 5 Quaker seniors joining us on Channel 2, Emily Tetzloff and Ellie Gerber. And coming up as this show continues, we'll talk with the other 2 of the 5 Quaker seniors helping great success unfold in 2016 here on Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable.
Hi, I'm Elaine Miller with Naturally Green Cleaning Service. My company serves both commercial and residential clients. We do general cleaning, spring and fall, empty homes to get them move-in ready, and final cleans for new construction. We use eco-friendly cleaning products that leave your home or office fresh, clean, and safe for you, your family, pets, or coworkers. Our focus at Naturally Green is to provide excellent customer service paired with outstanding work to build a relationship of trust with you, our clients. Having served the area 4+ years, we have had many referrals and testimonials that you can access on our website at www.naturallygreencs.com. Our work sells itself, therefore we have never had any contracts even with our largest commercial accounts. Call us today for your free quote and see what makes our company stand out.
I think the hands-on aspect is going to give you an opportunity to explore, find out what you're good at, what you like, and you're not going to have mountains of debt. What you're going to have is a marketable skill that even if you don't love it, you can use that to pay to go on to college and get that degree. And we've got a number of students that do that. They're very mature. I think we're a great hands-on exploration base.
Tuscarawas County fortunate enough to have 3 different high school volleyball teams ranked among the best in the state: Tusky Valley, Central Catholic, and our focus this week, the New Philadelphia Quakers. New Philly with 5 seniors helping to make things go this year, and go it has been. 16-1 on the season and ranked in the top 15 in the state in Division II, joined by Hannah Shook and Maddie Willis. And Maddie, 3 years of playing time for you now at the varsity level, playing in that back row. A lot of times people, they see what happens in the front row, the sets, the spikes. You do what I call a lot of the dirty work in the back row. Digs, making great passes. And sometimes when you pick up the paper, when you listen to the radio, we hear more about people getting kills and blocks than we do what you do in the back row. How do you stay focused on your job?
Well, I just know that passing is pretty much the base for everything, and I know that if we want to score points and we want people to get their kills, then I have to have a good pass or a good serve receive so we can be able to get it to the setter and have a good hit from the hitters.
Hannah, on that same sort of a question for you. You're somebody who sometimes is asked by a coach to come off the bench and play a key role, and maybe you haven't played for a set or two. What kind of a challenge is it to be mentally ready when the coach calls your number?
Well, you just always have to stay focused, because even if you're not actually in the game yourself, you still have your teammates that you're cheering for and encouraging. And so while you're watching the game, you're still involved whether you're actually physically on the court or not.
Hannah Shook and Maddie Willis, our final 2 seniors, the 5 seniors helping to help Quaker volleyball have such success in 2016. Maddie, when we talk about the success this team has had, you've had success playing 3 years at the varsity level. What do you think the biggest areas of growth, or if you want to use the word improvement, have been in your game from your first varsity time as a 10th grader to where you are now as one of the senior leaders on this team?
I think definitely my confidence has improved a lot, and just knowing that I can get a good serve receiver, I can get to that ball that's all the way on the other side of the court. I think that's just helped me a lot.
Hannah, when we talk about looking to the future, with everybody being a senior that we're talking to in terms of the players on this show, what lies ahead for you? You're going to graduate. Before you know it, you're going to be walking out Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. They're going to give you the diploma. What's next for Hannah Shook after that?
I'm attending college. It's just a matter of still deciding where. I'm looking at Ohio Northern University right now. That's one of my main colleges. Still undecided on my major, maybe something in psychology.
Now your brother goes to Ohio Northern. He plays football there. So obviously he's probably told you pretty good things if you're thinking about going there.
Yeah, it's a really nice campus. It has a lot of majors, and it's a really small, it's a really nice school. I like it a lot.
Now, Maddie, because Coach Pry just snuck away, we wanted to ask you a Coach Pry question. If there's somebody in the locker room, and we're not saying that there is, she's back now, by the way, but if there's somebody in the locker room that does a good Coach Pry impersonation, who would that be?
I think Josie could do a pretty solid impersonation.
So there you go. Throw Coach's daughter under the bus. That's a pretty senior veteran move on you. Nice job, Maddie. Now, Hannah, when we look to the success that this team has had in 2016, how exciting is that to be able to be a part of that, to be able to cheer the team on? Because Coach was saying earlier on in the show, when the season got started, she wasn't real sure what to expect. Great success, maybe some challenges with so much talent graduating and seniors from last year. What's it been like to be a part of that experience?
It's been really exciting to see all my teammates step up and just Everyone's been above average of what they normally have been. Everyone's improved in the off season. We've been working hard, and our team bonding is incredible. How well we get along, and that plays well on the court as well.
Maddie, we've talked with several different of the players. We've talked with Coach about the fact that this team has really had great success during your time at the varsity level, back-to-back league championships, which you've been a part of, and it looks like you guys are certainly on track for that this year if you finish strong. How important is it to you as a senior not only to win that league championship, but maybe to go out and get a district title and maybe be able to play for the Sweet 16?
That's really important to me, and I know that's really important to my team. That's definitely something we've been focusing on, is not only being strong through the regular season and winning ECOL, but winning some tournament games, and yeah, definitely getting out of that first round of tournaments is what we're focusing on.
Now, Maddie, this has nothing to do with Quaker volleyball, but one of the things that I like to talk about is food, whether it's on this show, whether it's on the radio. Your parents own Dagwood's. My favorite Dagwood's item, Fridays, cheeseburger soup. That's what an addict I am. I know what the item is. I know what day they serve it. What's your favorite item at Dagwood's?
Definitely the cherry crisp. It's usually served on Monday.
So if I want cherry crisp, I got to be there Monday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and your dad will save me a slice no matter where I go?
Definitely.
Oh, there we go. I've got the promise from Maddie. That is all good stuff. It's all been good stuff this week with New Philadelphia Quaker volleyball as they look ahead into the remainder of the regular season and make a nice postseason run as well, with Hannah Shook on my right, Maddie Willis on my left, here on Channel 2 from Time Warner Cable.